Well, let's go back to this verse and explain it. Romans 10 and verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Now the verse doesn't stop there. It continues on. And in order to really believe in Jesus, these conditions must follow. It doesn't stop with just calling upon the name of the Lord and you shall be saved. There is an explanation of what that means. All right, let's continue on in verse 14. How then shall they call upon him in whom they have not believed? So in order to believe in, to call upon Jesus, you've got to believe in Jesus. Now what does that mean? What does it mean to believe in Jesus? Well, let me give you an illustration here. I believe in trees. I believe in that big oak tree that I see maybe in my yard or wherever it's at, but I believe in trees. Now, what do I believe about trees? Well, I believe I have a relationship with them to a large degree because trees put off fresh oxygen. They take in carbon dioxide. It's called the process of photosynthesis, And so because if you cut down all the trees in the world, we could not live. There would be not enough fresh oxygen. So in a way, I believe in that big oak tree because in a way I have a relationship with it. I'm dependent on it, and it's dependent on me. That's relationship. Also, that tree has a certain amount of authority. It has a certain amount of authority. If I get in my car and get up to 60 miles an hour and I run into that tree, it's not going to be good. I have respect for that tree because that tree has a certain amount of authority. And so my point is this: you cannot just say, oh, I believe in Jesus, if you don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ, and if your Christ doesn't have any authority in your life. If Jesus cannot tell you what to do, I don't care how much you say you believe in Jesus, you're not saved. That's the bottom line. All right, continuing on. And how shall they believe in him in whom they have not heard? In order to believe in Jesus, you got to hear about the real Jesus. Most of you have been told some Betty Bye story about the Christmas Jesus, little babe in the manger. I mean, we can't even get the birth of Jesus right. Let me tell you about the birth of Jesus. Revelation 12 and verse 2 says, and she, being with child, travailed in birth and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. Now, this was all happening on the night Jesus was born. You probably never heard this Christmas story. I mean, there's an incredible battle going on the night Jesus was born. One Christian author said, this was no silent night. And besides, Jesus was not even born on December 25th. He was born on the first day of the Feast of Tabernacles. Christ tabernacled with mankind in the flesh. Wait a minute, you mean to tell me you've never heard of the Feast of Tabernacles? Where have you been all this time? In church? Oh boy. Okay,